Yes, sir. We are back with episode 66. My name is EMIL with my man Alex, aka SUGY. What up, B?
Yo, yo, yo. Pwin, 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 pwin.
Yo, we this guy, I keep like in the beginning when we did the intro, I was like, when we started the episode, I was like, how many what's his name again? Because he has like 60 different nicknames. So I was like, Charles Gao, General Gao. Anyway, it was with Charles Gao, the man behind Bboy North. It was a really nice pleasure talking with him, because it's like it was like full of surprises. Every 5 seconds, he was like, oh, I did this, I did that.
Yeah.
The guy was literally all over the place.
Yeah. Brilliant man. Amazing B-boy. Just a funny guy in general as well. And I'm sure he didn't reveal a lot of his knowledge, like he's a very like special secret dude, like he said in the end, like he's doing like near the end of the podcast, like he's talking about like flipping and stuff like that. And just like I wish we spoke a little bit more about like the travel hacking stuff and like the perspective of like living as a b-boy and all that. That's a very cool dude, man. I love this guy. It's good energy.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's the type of dude that if you have those questions you want to know about, like he'll answer them. Super selfless guy who did a massive multiple year-long project for the scene. So yeah, man, excited for you guys to check that out. As usual, you guys know our episodes drop every Monday on Podbean and on Spotify, as well as Apple Podcast, our most popular platforms. And if you guys want to give us any advice, any footage, anything to talk about, any questions, you can always reach out to us, info@cyphersons.com, as well as on our Facebook and Instagram @CypherSons. And that is pretty much it. Anything else, Suji?
Yes. If you are new to Tales of the Cypher, welcome. Stick with us. And also, I just wanted to add that we are recently as well on YouTube in our audio format. So if you are a YouTube user, you can sign up to our channel CypherSons and watch the audio waves go woo woo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. Peace out, y'all. What's up, y'all? We are with the man with a million freaking nicknames. I would say one of the ambassadors of Canadian breaking history footage. General Gao, Charles Gao, Chuckles, Mr. Bboy North. I got a nickname for you, bro. You should have called yourself Nomad Gao. That's a freaking nickname for you, because you're always moving around. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's true, man. That's true. Someone else in the States was like, yo, Mercenary Gao. You know why? Because Mercenary Tao. And I was like, I had no idea what they were talking about. Some shit from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So you're just like, yeah.
And you were like, okay. And then just like Mercenary Gao.
I don't know. It sounded kind of cool until I would go to the sign-up desk and say Mercenary Gao. And they'd be like, what? How do you spell that? What is that even? I'm just.
But you did enter jams as Mercenary Gao before, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
And now you're General Gao on this.
Well, honestly, I don't really know.
Do you like not give a fuck? Because I respect that too. Like, I mean, I don't even have a name anymore. Like, do you like do on purpose to change every time? Is that like your goal, or?
Bro, it's a search for self.
Ah, there you go.
A search for identity.
Nice.
And one might say I'm still searching.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out who the hell am I, So
yeah.
But I mean, that's what breaking's all about, isn't it?
Pretty much, man. So thanks for freaking for this time, man. We're gonna chat for a good hour or so, and it was funny because we were like, where is this guy now? Like, is he back in Ottawa? Is he in Montreal, Toronto? But
I don't even know where you're from. Like when I think about it.
I don't even know what to tell people where I'm from anymore.
So it's kind of like a simple question, but I think it might be a bit complicated for you. If you can like introduce yourself, name, B-boy name, where you from,
crew and all that
type of jazz, you know?
Oh shit, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where to start. Okay, well, I'll start with my name. It's Charles. For those of you who don't know, Charles Gao, aka all the other shit that Emil just said.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Where I'm from, I guess when I'm abroad in the world, I like to say Toronto. Because that's kind of where I feel like my style most developed, had the most influence.
Okay.
It's where I kind of enjoyed the most living in Canada so far.
Hey, what you say? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, technically my status right now is I'm still Ontario resident, but I'm a student here. So
okay,
that's the official status.
Cool.
But I grew up in Ottawa. And that's actually where I first saw breaking, was in Ottawa when I was like grade 1 or something, grade 3.
Okay.
But I didn't start breaking until I started university in Kingston. And that's where most people in this area know me from. Like I still bump into people who are like, yo man, how's Kingston? And I'm like, damn, I moved out of there like 6 years ago. 8. It's been 8. How long? When did I graduate? Fuck, I'm old. 2012. Shit, that's 9 years ago. Yeah.
That's how I remember you as a guy from Kingston, like Kingston, Ontario.
Yeah, exactly. I try to like I try to make like a hub there because it was in the middle of Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto.
Yeah.
It didn't really work out, but yeah, that's how it goes.
But I remember you were doing jams and sorry, bro. What was the name of the jam back? And it was pretty hype. I remember, man. The jam.
Forgotten Styles.
Yes. Forgotten Styles. I remember that year. I'm already talking about a specific jam. I think it was what 2012. I was battling with B-Rock, and I think Vicious and Fridzy was there, and Fleo, and what's the name? The kid from MF Kids. Illy?
Oh, Illy.
What was that year? 2012?
I have no idea. 2014, I think.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I do. I mean, I remember that night for other reasons, but
okay. All right.
But yeah.
That was a hype jam.
Was it? I don't even remember.
Well, I'll tell you.
I think I was too busy running around doing shit, you know?
Yeah. But I remember that. It was good, man. It was good times. And
nice.
I'm trying to remember the first time I met you. I don't know if you had a memory, Suji, but okay, wait. Yes, I do remember the first time I met you. I think that was the first time you battled with your crew.
Yeah.
What's
Kinetic?
Yes, Kinetic or Kinetic Q. I kept saying Q because there was a Q at the end.
Fucking hell. The whole reason I put a Q at the end was for Queens, but so that it would still be pronounced just kinetic. But everyone says kinetic Q. I hate that.
Oh, I think
no, what happened to...
Oh, shit.
Did he disconnect?
I think he disconnected, but he's going to come back.
Okay, well, I'm going to say the first time I met EMIL.
Okay, cool.
I didn't actually meet him. I just saw him. So it was actually the first time I'd ever been in Montreal. It was 2010. I was there for this like learn French program.
Okay.
And
how did that go?
Oh, the learning French thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was the first, I don't know. I met a girl. She was Colombian. She was the first girl I ever kissed.
Cool. So no French.
I don't know. Did I practice French? Maybe I got better. But it was this place that was, I think it was called like the Sweatshop or something. It was on Montreal.
Yes, Sweatshop.
And I think it was you, EMIL.
Yo,
you were there.
Yo,
you were.
My computer just shut down, so I literally lost you guys for like 10 seconds.
That's all good.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah. So he was just sharing how like he first saw you when he first saw you.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, you were. I think you were practicing this place called the Sweatshop. It was on Montreal.
Yeah.
Do you remember it? Yeah. You were doing crickets or something.
Yeah, probably.
And I was like, holy shit, I want to get to that level one day.
Ooh, that was like the one move I had, I think, for like literally 6 years. And then
Oh, really? I don't know. I was a hella new back then. So everything was like,
when was
oh
this?
shit.
2010.
2010.
Oh,
Makes sense.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just telling Suji that it was on the summer, I went there to learn French.
Okay.
And he ended up dating a Colombian girl and never spoke French ever again.
There we go. Okay.
I know, yeah.
See what you did there. But what I was trying to say before my computer shut down is that I remember we battled you guys when my crew Ill Force versus Kinetic, and Hannibal was there.
Yeah,
and
that guy was weird.
Indeed, yes. You said it for me. Thank you. Yeah,
Wait,
he was
is that
like
the afternoons jam weekend?
yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And then we won. We smoked you guys.
Yeah, I was so salty about that because I was like, how the fuck did we lose? Like,
How the fuck did we win?
I was like, how did that happen? And I remember Hannibal, like when he was judging, that guy, which no judge should ever do this. Like, my bad, Hannibal. It is what it is. The guy just gets up, turns around, like he gets too excited when he judges. Sit down and judge.
I'm not sure.
Bro, he got up, he did a
Yeah.
360. He sat back down.
Bro, that's his crew. 360 flavor, man.
He's got to rep it.
No, but
Dude.
no, but if you hire someone to judge your event, you want them to judge with their perspective and their vision of the dance. And like we were just having this conversation with Vibes last week. He was saying like it's hard to like kind of like keep your cool when you're judging because you're like, like you don't want to show emotions and stuff. But what about like what if it was okay to just like at least nod your head or give some props? I mean,
100%.
To an extreme, getting off your chair and like dancing, no, perhaps because you're probably gonna miss something. But just like, what's wrong with like giving props like while you're judging?
Nothing wrong at all. Like
doing 360s.
You can nod your head, you can go like, oh, dope. But like
360s,
like,
head spins, backspin, the backflip.
Yeah. Some dudes like lose
into a
focus.
Chair freeze.
It looks like he was about to leave the room, come back. It's just like, I don't know. It's just my opinion. You don't want to stay focused. You can give props. You don't have to be like a wall and not say anything.
Okay, so
like,
let me
focused.
recap though. Let me recap. First summer in Montreal, you didn't learn French. You saw EMIL doing crickets, and then that same summer, you smoked him in a battle. Is that correct?
It wasn't this. It was not.
No,
the
it's
same
the
summer.
following summer.
No, I think that was 2 years later.
For real?
It was 2012, yeah. Because I had come back from Korea, and that's when I leveled up.
What up? Okay.
I
cool.
learned crickets.
Yeah. No, even better. I learned how to mill on my head.
Oh, that's good. That's a very
Nice.
good
That took me
tip.
so long.
That's some good advice.
Actually, I'll add a counterpoint. It's kind of a dumb perspective, but I think if your round was so dope that it got the judge to do a 360 and make him lose focus on the opponent, bro, that's just how good you were, man.
Yeah.
No, bro, that was your round.
Oh shit, really?
Counterpoint.
Oh fuck. Well, I of course gonna make that argument because they won. So of course I'm gonna justify whatever he did. But but yeah, do you guys know that I was in 360 Flavor for a bit?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, after that jam,
Uh-huh.
he pulls me to the side. He's like, yo, bro, I gotta talk to you after. And in my head, I'm like, what? Are you gonna like give me money or something? And then there was like another jam, I think later that night for like the pros or whatever.
Okay.
And he takes me aside. He says like, yo, man, I want you to be down on the crew. You down?
After
Some shit
one
like
battle.
that. Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, holy shit. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Show me the money.
Yeah. And then that turned out to be rather fruitless endeavor.
Okay.
I only ever went to Philly like once a year. I never got down with the crew that much.
This is the first time I hear that. Like somebody just put someone in after one battle.
I don't know, man.
We're
It's
that
weird.
dope, bro.
No, but like, was it like a new squad and he was trying to like recruit, or I'm not sure about the history of that crew.
I know, neither am I. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the only two people who seemed like they were experienced were him and Maka.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew Maka was part of it, and I thought, oh shit, yeah, Maka's dope. I want to be a part of that. And and then automatically I was this kid from fucking Kingston. Just went to Korea for the first time met some big crews, and now I'm going to be finally part of a legit crew. No offense to all my old homies from Kinetic. I mean, they know what it is. Like, none of them were ever going to be like pro breakers anytime soon. But I was really excited.
Shit.
But I was not excited by how expensive it was to get down to Philly.
Yeah.
And this guy wanted me to fly him out to jams too. Like, I tried flying him out once, and I had to use like my points to finagle it because fucking Philly to Kingston was kind of stupid, stupid expensive. And sorry, I got a little sidetracked, but the only two legit people were Maka and him, and everyone else I had never heard of. I think Super Josh was actually really dope, but you probably never heard of him.
No,
doesn't ring a bell.
No, there's this guy named Breeze. He was also up and coming. I think he had recruited like Breeze, me, this other dude named Cameron, another dude, what's his name? I'm terrible because I'm actually still kind of friends with him. Anyways, we were all like kind of the same generation of Jerry, that's his name. We're all the same kind of generation. All those guys are from the States, so you probably never seen or heard of them. They're kind of coming on the up and coming.
Right.
And that was it.
So
and then
were you a part of like a Facebook group or a messenger group or something like that? Like,
man, was there a Facebook group? I don't know. Yo, I just remember one time we were at the anniversary. Okay. So we do an anniversary. That's the only time I ever come because I'm like, okay, if I'm going to show up to Philly, I may as well show up for the crew anniversary. And we were just at Hannibal's crib. We were watching this movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, but it was like this thing about prison gangs.
Okay.
And like at one point, like, I don't know, some dude like gets stabbed for his gang or something. And then Hannibal's like, yo, man, that's what we gotta be like. That's family right there. Or some shit like that. I was like, I guess I understand where you're coming from, but
do you even know my last name?
Yeah. Wait, so what happened? Like, did you guys break up or something?
Yeah, at some point, like, yeah, even though there was some like cool things that happened, like one time we did UDEF, we entered together. We actually made it to the top 32. We all got paid $50 each.
Let's go.
Which was like, oh shit. I didn't win and I made money.
Yeah, breaking can be
first time surprising. Ever. Yeah. But after a while, I was in this mode of simplifying my life.
Yep. And
I always felt like I was just putting money to like go there and show up and never really getting anything out of it. Okay. I mean, sure, I think it takes time and effort to go there, and I don't know, like, I don't know. Fuck it. I didn't feel like I was getting anything out of it. So
yeah.
I wasn't even like, I didn't even like being friends with them.
Well, that's why I thought it was a bit strange that after one battle, he's like, yo, let's be in the, come join the crew. Cause crew is friends, family, people know each other. Right. So
I know
it was, yeah.
There's some crews in the States that are really weird. Did I ever tell you that I was a candidate for Dynamic Rockers?
Really?
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Next up, you're gonna tell me you're a candidate for skill methods, for fucking.
Yo, bro, I'm in a crew in India. Like,
are you?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. So there was one jam that I did, Forgotten Styles. I asked Kid Glide to be a judge, and then after the jam, he messages me. He's like, "Yo, bro, what do you think about being a candidate for dynamic rockers?
A candidate.
You have to apply?
I didn't understand what the process was. So he puts me in the Facebook group and I'm like, oh, sick, dope. And then I'm in the group, I'm like looking around, I'm saying hi to everybody. And I'm like, wait, there's like no one actually really dope here. Like the only dope kid was Bruce Lee. Loose Lee, sorry.
Loose Lee, yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, I thought he was cool or whatever. I didn't really know anyone. And so I was in the group. They're all doing their thing. I'm doing my thing in Kingston. And then one day I make a plan to go down to New York and meet everyone. I'm like excited because I'm like, yeah, finally get to meet them, you know, get down with them, show exchange, blah, 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 hang out, you know, do the crew thing. And then I go to the group, I go to look up the group to tell them, and I can't find it. I like searched through my group list. I'm like, what? The name didn't change. Like I just couldn't find it. It wasn't like spelled differently or something to make it even more secret. So I hit up Kid Glide, asked him like, yo, what happened? Did you kick me out of the group or something? And he said, yeah. And I asked, why? And he says, you weren't active, so I kicked you out.
What?
Yeah, exactly. That was my reaction.
But what does he mean by active? Like saying hi in the group chat every day, or
I don't fucking know, bro.
So
I don't fucking know. And for a while, it was always awkward between me and Kid Glide.
Yeah.
For a while, like we would pretend to not really know each other. And then at some point we finally we started saying hi, acknowledging each other. But that was like the weirdest. It's one of the weirdest things in my life.
Breaking is weird, man. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you can pretty much end it like that.
So that's it for this week's episode. But yo,
breaking is weird.
Let's backtrack a little bit there, because like you started what, like in I'm assuming like 2009, 2010, is that right?
Yeah, 2008.
Okay, so you had quite a fast progression, like
yeah, I was motivated.
Shit.
How
old were you when you started?
18.
Okay, cool. So like
the ripe old age of 18.
Where did you get your information from? Because like you said you started in Kingston. I mean, yeah, YouTube is pretty a pretty good resource at that time. But like, who was like kind of like your source of information?
Yeah. So at first. So the first thing I ever downloaded, so technically I tried breaking in high school when I was like 16 or something.
Yeah.
My friend had found this Flash website. You remember Flash?
Yeah.
For those listening, it was these 2D animations. And so the first move we tried was hang glide.
Okay.
But the way it showed it was just a horizontal line of a stick figure with just a line going down for their arm and another circle for the head. So in our head, we were like, what the fuck? You got to be like straight like that and somehow supporting yourself. So obviously I try it and I fail because that's not how you should start it. You should like be more crunched up and all that. But holy shit, we were like, what the fuck? This is basic too?
I think I remember.
Never going to learn how to break dance.
Yeah.
And then this other thing I found on LimeWire,
right,
were these 4 rips of this like VHS tape of this guy named Breaker.
Okay.
You ever heard of it?
Nope.
No? Man, I should show it to you some guys. It's ridiculous.
B-Boy Breaker. That's his name.
He just goes by Breaker.
Okay.
I don't know.
Like
his windmills are fucking nice though. The dude is legit.
Okay.
But the first move he teaches is swipe. I remember doing it in my mom's basement and being like, fuck, I'm never going to learn how to do this. So my first teacher was this guy named Ryan Lowe.
Okay.
And that's when I started to learn like, okay, there's actually like things like top rock and footwork. that are just not as insanely difficult as swipes or straight-legged
hang
like
glides.
tombstone hang glides. Yeah, and actually the founders of YouTube had just been named like the people of the year that year. I remember I had a subscription to Time Magazine. Chad Hurley and whoever the fucking other people who founded YouTube were named people of the year that year. So yeah, that was when YouTube was just starting off. And yeah, bboy.org was actually still a thing back then, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, those were my main sources of knowledge, was like what little other people knew, and YouTube.
Okay. So so you had Ryan, who was your teacher, I guess. Was I fair to say?
Yeah, pretty
teacher,
much. Yeah.
And then this was in Ottawa, I guess. I presume.
No, this was in Kingston.
Oh, okay, Kingston. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And then from then on, you're getting taught by him, and I guess other people start connecting with you. And then at one point, like you had Kinetic, or did you have a crew before that?
No, they were the first crew because after Korea, I came back super inspired. I threw a jam in a week. Lost $1,000 on it. I still remember that day. Didn't promote it at all. I thought I was good at promoting, but not really. And that's when I realized, like, oh yeah. And with a friend, we decided, yeah, let's like brand the shit out of this and grow the club. So we had this whole strategy of like marketing the club, trying to grow the hip hop scene in Kingston and all that.
Okay.
And that's kind of how Kinetic was born.
Okay.
Yeah. And then actually in the summer, I think I went back to Ottawa to break as well. So all the Funk Delivery guys. Actually,
oh shit.
Yeah, I have funny memories. You remember Corey? You know Corey, right?
Yeah, he's here in Montreal. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Corey. I remember practicing when he was like still just a kid. Literally a child, like a 14-year-old kid. Same with Mark. He was like a 16-year-old kid. I still remember him in his like shitty Puma sneakers. Like not the Puma suedes, but the
cheaper version. The Speed Cats.
Like the Speed Cats, yeah.
Oh my god, that's terrible. That's terrible.
I always thought they looked so whack.
Oh, yeah,
anyways,
terrible.
If Mark, you're listening to this, you're dope now, so it doesn't matter. We were all really whack when we were young.
Oh, shout out to Eli, bro.
Yo, Eli.
Shit. My man,
Eli's still alive for all those guys who don't know. Eli, he's just really shy kid right now.
Good dude. Miss that guy.
I know, me too. I gotta hit him up next time in Ottawa.
Yeah, man. So so now you're breaking, you went to Korea, you came back, and we you mentioned the 360 flavor, I guess, incident or whatever.
I still can't believe this.
The 360 incidents.
So what's your mindset after this? Like, because it just seems that you're like, I think after that, my impression of you, like you were just constantly on the move, right? You went to different countries all the time. Like it just always feels like you're always on the move, always like different crews reaching out. Like, you never necessarily, if I can guess, because I think right now you have your crew's KYBALION.
Yeah.
So you never necessarily, like, would you say this is your crew where you're like this is my crew, I feel an identity? But before that, you just kept on, you were traveling around, never really having the opportunity to grow something, right?
Yeah, I was like, you could say I was a crew hoe. But also I was just like the young soul trying to search for myself, some sort of sense of who the fuck am I? I think a lot of people do that. And at the time, so for those of you who don't know, I graduated with a business degree from Queens. But by third year, I had already figured out, like, oh my God, capitalism is a scam. It's a pyramid scheme. It's like so unfair, so unjust. I'd never want to like work in a in a whatever firm and contributing. I didn't want to contribute to the system.
Right.
So I found this blog called The Art of Nonconformity, and it showed me how to do this thing called travel hacking. And so that's when I started collecting points, traveling, and trying to like do things on my own terms, trying to figure out like, okay, what can life be if I'm doing it myself? But the problem is I didn't know what I wanted. So I kind of failed a bunch of random things because I never really followed through. I guess that was my mindset at the time, was trying to figure out like, okay, what am I doing? Am I teaching? Am I going to be a breaking teacher? I mean, I tried teaching at the local school. It was like a bunch of 5 and 6 year olds. I was always late. I hated these kids. They sucked. I was like, fuck, no, I don't really want to do this. It was like $13 or $15 an hour.
It sounds horrible.
Yeah,
it was pretty bad, even though it was the only dance school around. But then I got a grant from the Ontario Arts Council. Somehow I hustled that. And so I got into the grant game for a bit, teaching that way. I was like, holy shit, they pay you $50 an hour. That's when I thought, oh, maybe there's potential here. So I guess, my mindset was not just trying to break, but also how to make a career out of breaking. But at the same time, I knew that, okay, I couldn't just win all the jams. Because I'm not that good, and I don't know how I'm gonna get that good.
So were you applying for like personal grants or like crew grants, or like, because I
mostly personal grants.
Shit.
I would also apply for grants to do jams from the council, the city of Kingston. And then at some point I moved to Toronto. No, I think I was still in Kingston. I was still in Kingston applying for this thing called Artists in Education. It was a special program that just paid artists, to teach art in schools. So I was getting that for a few years, and it was dope. I would like teach for a week, teach like 500 kids, and the age group that I loved at the time was 4 to 6, because I would do so the classes are so short that I don't have to worry about, I don't know,
structure,
keeping them focused.
Right. Yeah.
I would just teach them like some top rock, go down, footwork, freeze, like super basics. Like they wouldn't get anything at the end out of it, but it was just so nice to just do anything. And then they're like, do that again. Do that again. I don't know. There's something I really loved about that.
And what was, you traveling all the time? What's I guess one of your most memorable trips? You mentioned Korea. Was there one trip that really, I guess, impacted your breaking? Because you went all around, right? You traveled a lot.
Yeah, I would say the trips didn't really change anything with my breaking. The thing that really changed my breaking was just living in Toronto and practicing with Tafaya all the time. That was actually a really interesting time period, because I applied to get this job at Unity as a bookkeeper. And I thought, I'd be the perfect fit because I'm like an artist and I know how to do accounting. And of course, I didn't get the job. But I was lucky anyway, because I had a friend who was renting out like this closet for $400 a month. And I thought, let's just do it. Let's just go and live in Toronto. Fuck it. Who cares if I don't have a job? I'll figure something out. And I think there is when I don't know. I think when I look back at that time period, I was really process focused. And this might seem out of context, so like contextualize this a little bit. Recently, I've been feeling feeling a lot of FOMO. FOMO anxiety. I'll just call it that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like part of, you know, becoming 30, not really having something to show for all the efforts that I've did. Like I'm a pretty good breaker. I'm like pretty good at my job as a freelance digital marketer. I'm like pretty good at a bunch of different things. I'm like trying to become a theater artist, but it's not like I'm successful at that. So there's no big wins for me yet. And I feel that, yeah, I don't know. It just feels kind of defeating and shitty. Like at some point, like if by 30, you think like, okay, maybe I'll have achieved something. But I think back to Toronto at that time, when I won my first jam with Tafaya. During that time, it was because of my process focus as opposed to focusing on, I'm going to win a jam when I'm in Toronto here. Just engaging in the process of, I don't know, being curious, being weird. And yeah, trying to just dance because it was fun. And I think it's that consistency that like is kind of necessary for success in anything, but I don't know.
Well, for the longest time, I mean, you looked very I think it was that period of time, I think you looked very disciplined, you know, you were very much on your shit. I saw you improve like throughout the years. And I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I think all three of us everybody who's getting to their 30s, we're all kind of feeling the same shit, you know. It's COVID too and all that stuff, but you know, you're not the only one, you know.
No, but
go ahead.
I had this precise conversation with my therapist a few hours ago. So like, I know, like legit, like no joke, no joke,
I've
man.
Been seeing someone too.
I was like, I was thinking, you know, like, man, like I turned 29 this year, and what if I had
older than you?
Well, like a year or two?
What the fuck? I always thought you were older than me.
Bro,
anyway, sorry.
I thought first time I met him, I thought he was 30, but he was 17.
No, but all jokes aside, like I was thinking, like I've been thinking for the past few weeks, was like, because EMIL and I, we went to a jam this past Saturday, and I saw like the scene and the level and the eagerness and the energy that some of the people have, like older and younger and whatever. And I'm like, fuck, man, like I wish I didn't slow down 6 years ago, you know. But it's like it's stupid and way too late to say shit like that, because I did other things, but because I compare myself to what we're expected to where we're expected to be at 30, or to how fit I'm supposed to be because I've been dancing for this so and so, how many fucking windmills I should have because I've been dancing for this many years. I compare myself, and now all of a sudden I feel shitty. But when I actually look back, and I was gonna say, like, I was gonna make a comment about your breaking as well, but you're freaking nasty. You have one of the most complex, interesting, surprising, dynamic breaking I've seen in the recent years. I love to watch you dance, and I mean, you also ran one of the most important project in Canada, Bboy North, for like years. So for me, you're like, I don't know what you're missing out on right now, because we don't talk this much, so I'm not exactly sure where you're at, but you gave us kind of like a good resume there. But you have a lot to be proud of, including that. So I'll end this little intervention on, can you talk to us about Bboy North and like how it came to be, and where is it at now? Like of course COVID, but before COVID, like, is it still going on? Is it still around?
Damn. Well, first of all, thank you for the props.
No problem.
I don't know. Thank you. I'm super self-deprecating when it comes to my dance self-esteem. Yeah, I know. I'm like really in this therapy mode lately. Do
you listen to Tales of the Cypher every week and want more than just the weekly episodes? Do you want more content and wish to help support the podcast? Well, then you can do so by subscribing and joining us at patreon.com/Tales of the Cypher. Patreon is a space where we can share exclusive content with you guys, such as bonus episodes and the video version of our podcast. We have 3 different options ranging from $1 to $5 US per month, which helps us keep the project alive and ensures that the show can be forever available for free to the public. So to subscribe, you can sign up at patreon.com/Tales of the Cypher. Lastly, if you have an event to promote, a local business or a project you wish to share, you can also reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to chat with you about it. Thank you so much for the support and consideration. Enjoy the episode.
Shit, I wanted to say something. Before I move on to Bboy North, I just wanted to say, like, as you were talking about the comparison and stuff, it reminded me of this thing that my law professor said back in high school, because he was also my track and field coach.
Okay.
He told us, run your own race.
Yes.
Mhm.
Don't worry about anyone else.
Yeah.
And as you were saying there, like saying like, yeah, like you wish you could be like as dope as all those other people, but it's forgetting all the other things that you're doing. You're running a different race. We're all running different races. We're all after like a different finish line. And so to want to be like, oh yeah, I want to do this race, do that race. Well, you can't. And
false expectations, man. We just put these expectations on us out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
I had a career transition like about 2 years ago, no, about 3 years ago, and then another one 2 years ago, and then another one fucking 3 months ago. And the first time I made, like, I pulled the plug on Adidas, essentially. When I pulled the plug on Adidas, like 3 years ago, I spoke to a friend that was like in fashion and sneakers for like ever, and he left for like freelance and to do like freelance graphic and marketing, and he was like, yo, like, it's never too late. You arrive when you arrive, man. And it's like, and I'm thinking about my mom. My mom went back to school 3 times, and like, you know, like I think our generation, really? Our generation, I think we'll have many lives in terms of like professional paths and just like, I don't know, like I'm trying to convince myself that I'll have like another breath of like 5-6 good years of breaking, because I feel it, you know, like I feel like it's inside of me, like there's still that fire. So I feel like I'll still have time to like break. Like we're in no rush, you know, like things happen when they happen. So voilà.
Yeah. So yo,
exactly.
talk to us about your dope your dope project, dope accomplishment, and that's why I said it in the first seconds of the show. Breaking Canadian ambassador, bro. So yeah, man, you brought all this footage through Bboy North. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Well, right now it's basically defunct. I kind of gave up on it. I still have a shit ton of, well, not a shit ton. I still have some footage that I haven't posted yet. It's mostly stuff that needs to be edited and worked on, like this Canadian Floor Masters interview I did. It's like 90 minutes long, so I gotta
damn,
what
with the whole
figure that out.
Squad there.
It was during their 30th anniversary. Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay.
So I filmed that. That was so long ago.
Like 10 years ago to 8. Something like
no, not that long ago. I think it was
17,
maybe 14, 2014, 2013, something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, so I have footage that I still need to edit. So that's going to be done some point.
Nice.
I don't know when. I've been telling myself that for like the last 5 years or so, because I more or less stopped Bboy North, I think at some point when I was in Toronto.
Okay.
Because there was a point, like I think I was having a conversation with Defia, because I was always the one behind the camera putting the shine on others. And I think by that point, like, I mean, this was also when I was like, I guess, practicing a lot, getting better, finding my style. Defia had like just put me down on the crew, and he said like, yeah, man, like maybe it's time now for you to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, because you had no footage of yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. Or if I did, it'd be like, okay, give it to someone, go rush to my round. I'm like sitting all day. All right, do my thing. All right, back to the camera. So I was totally feeling what he was saying, because that back and forth sucked. Like it
Yeah.
At the jam, you're either filming or you're breaking.
Yeah.
Or battling or whatever. So when I made that switch, I think that was more or less the end of Bboy North, because the other thing I had tried to do with Bboy North as well was to make it less dependent on me and more distributed. So I reached out to like people in Vancouver and Calgary, even like other guys in Toronto to contribute footage to the channel so that it's like in one place so that it all grows together. And for a bit, it kind of worked. Like there was this random girl named Heidi who recorded all the battles, and I gave her like manager access. I was like, oh shit, this is working. She just uploads it. I don't even have to think about it. I'm like, oh shit, there's some footage from Calgary. Vancouver, there was this guy named Arthur who also was contributing. He was like, oh shit, this is working. In Toronto, like there's this guy named Rhoda Medhat. I don't know if you ever met him or not, but he was pretty active for a bit too. But then it kind of started falling apart. Like Heidi kind of disappeared. My contacts in Vancouver kind of disappeared. Even though I was still kind of traveling a lot too myself to like cover everything. I've actually been to every major city in Canada, every province. Oh no, I have not been to PEI. Okay, that's the only province I haven't been to, but I've been to every other province. So that's kind of cool to think about.
It's funny because like it's funny that you mentioned that you had your like little squad of footage people across Canada, because I remember thinking to myself, how is this guy always freaking like on the move? And you know, like we hear about these people who have like parents that work in the airline industries and they have the buddy passes and stuff like that. So I'm like, must be something like that. Like there's no way this guy travels all the time like that.
Oh shit, I wish.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot.
I mean, I would say like 80% of the footage is still me though.
Yeah. Which is crazy when you think about that. And I also wanted to say, like, I'm not sure if you were ever able to like charge people for like covering their events and stuff, but my intuition tells me you probably did a lot of that off of your own time.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day, you still have to like, you know, like sit down, tape that footage, and then upload that shit, and then edit and render, upload shit. Like it's a lot of work. So like, I don't blame you for not doing it. I mean, someone pay the goddamn man. Like, did you ever get some gigs like with that? Like anyone like ever paid you to do it?
Yeah, to be honest, Endel was the best.
Endel is
he is the best.
He is the best.
I mean, I love that guy. He's still late on his taxes though. So if you're listening, this is a reminder. Hit me up, okay?
Man, this is the snippet for the podcast for sure. Like.
Yeah. So he would pay me. And probably the biggest gig I ever got was when he got me and Rhoda to film twice as nice battle. So we had like 2 cameras set up, multicam, all that shit. I think you guys were there. You were competing probably. Yeah, it was a 2-on-2.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was probably that was like maybe the peak of my filming career.
Nice.
Ollie too was nice about things too. He always offered to set me up. At some point though, it was like, hey man, you want to film? And I can put you up, but I'm like, I have a place here in Montreal, man. So I don't know. I just always thought that was funny. But by then I had kind of stopped filming.
Okay.
I would say the worst is like Skillsometer. I filmed that, even though those were like the biggest battles on my channel that got the most views. I mean, it doesn't matter because I don't even make money off of it because the music's copyrighted. The worst is when like you film, you do a good job, it's on your channel, it gets people to like notice Canada, but you know, they hire some other random guy to do all their filming. Yeah, I mean, I think that was probably the worst thing is when there's
You have
You
company
know,
like
You'd offer
Stance.
yourself. Would you offer yourselves though? Like,
I think it was also my fault because I was so shy and humble to
Right.
not really want to. I would rather someone ask me,
Right.
because it felt like I was imposing. But in retrospect, I probably should have pushed it if I really wanted to. But
Mhm.
I guess that was the thing. I wasn't really sure if this is what I wanted to do.
And then you have some
yeah.
a company like Stance show up, and you're like, ah, fuck. But or Strife TV or whatever that was. But
Yeah.
I mean, overall, man, it was such a selfless act for the community, man. I'm sure so many people were thankful. You know, Switch is always an ambassador for that, and he's like, yo, thank Bboy North, thank Bboy North. You know.
And we've spoken to Bertrand from Quebec B-Boys like a bunch of episodes ago, and he was like, you know, like it's such a shitty position to be in as well, because you're this guy that's getting all the DMs at the end of an evening of a jam, and everyone's
Where's my
like,
battle?
yo, do you have my footage, man? Can you send me that footage or whatever? So it's it's a very annoying position to be in, I'm sure.
Especially if you're getting, like you mentioned, you're getting, you know, there's a moment where you're just like, hey, I want to break for myself. I want to get better. I want to compete more. And then you're like, what the fuck do I do? Do I just film this? Do I battle? And even if you want to do a bit of both, you can't really, because you're not really focusing. You're not doing as many ciphers as you'd like, or as, I don't know, as many freaking stretching time or whatever the hell you want to do, you know? You just got to film, and then they call your name like, oh shit, okay, that's me, you know?
Yeah.
But we salute you for Bboy North,
man. Let's deep dive into your approach of the dance, and how you would define your style. Like, as I said, like your style is very dynamic, surprising. I'm sure I'm sure you're surprising yourself as well, because sometimes you're placing yourself in some weird positions, man, and and stuff comes out, and I'm like, how does this guy
stuff comes out? I'm placed in weird positions, and then stuff comes out.
This should be the snippet of the podcast.
This is the snippet. This is my French me trying to place some words next to one another.
Yeah, man. So, you know, I just like go to my Kama Sutra and just pick a random page, and
sometimes I
like,
go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna try this one today.
No, but so you said you are heavily inspired by your years in Toronto and Tafai. I mean, Tafai is, again, one of the, I'll repeat myself, one of the most interesting, dynamic, surprising b-boy, just like you are. So I'm actually not surprised that you guys ended up in the same group. Would you say that the surprising Gao came before Tafaya or after Tafaya?
Definitely after. I would say maybe before there was the proclivity for wanting to be goofy, because like I just think about some of the b-boys that I loved. Obviously physics and born from like pure technical standpoint.
Yeah.
But in terms of character, I wanted to be like Atsuki.
Okay, all right.
Or like who else was funny? I loved Differ too. But I loved trying to be the funny b-boy.
Yes.
Because I don't know, also me overcoming shyness, I used awkward humor as a way for me to overcome that.
Right on.
And so yeah, I think that kind of translates in my breaking now that I think about it.
Yeah, really does.
But on top of that, yeah, when you said it that, oh, I'm sure you must be for surprising yourself. That's actually my motto, is I want to surprise myself. I don't want to go in there knowing already what I'm doing. That's why I could never be a set b-boy. I mean, I did try it at one point, because there was a time where it was really bad in terms of I would do dope shit all the time and have no clue how I did it.
Yeah.
But the problem was I could only do dope shit like really every now and then.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of really basics all the time. But until I became more self-aware. So basically my approach to training now has become to become more and more self-aware of my body, my position, all that stuff. so that when I'm ready to do like to move, I don't know. It's hard to explain in words, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a moment, I think, where your breaking shifted, and that makes sense when you're saying like, oh, that period of time where you're focused and training with the Phi and the boys and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What was there anything that you sort of learned or took from the Montreal scene? And you can say no, it's okay.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Mostly because here I really feel like an outsider still. Yeah. Whereas in Toronto, I don't know what happened or what the difference is, but in Toronto, I showed up to all the different practice spots. People got to know me.
Yeah.
We would always hang out after. I guess that's the biggest difference. So there, I wasn't really working. I didn't know. I mean, I don't even remember what I was doing for money back then, but I was just doing random stuff. So I always had time to just hang out with people after. But here in Montreal, yeah, I guess I don't do that with anyone. Like, this is probably the most I've ever talked to either of you outside of a jam.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, for sure.
And
well, we had a moment where when you came to film me at the Adidas store for the footwork video,
yeah,
which made me a superstar. So
yeah, we had a moment then.
Yeah, we had a moment, but I feel like we barely spoke then. So that's right. That is correct.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Like, I never hang out with anyone here. So even at practice, I just feel like that I feel like I'm just visiting. Everyone just assumes I'm just visiting.
I do get that impression. Like, I do, I do get, because you're always on the move, right? We weren't even sure if you were living here in Montreal, so, but that's because you're a silent killer, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm low key.
You're a VPN type of guy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What's your, like, I guess, what's your status now in terms of breaking? Like, do you still want to be competitive? Did you stop breaking with COVID, or did you just train in your dungeon? What's how are you thinking right now in terms of breaking?
Yeah. So for me, I guess, okay. So at first I told myself, yeah, I'm going to be on the Olympic Canadian team. That's going to be my big goal to push me and blah, blah, blah. But 1 year later, after all that got announced, I'm just like, man, who the fuck is even picking the Canadian team? I heard some dude tell me that it was like, oh yeah, they're just going to pick the top people with the most Instagram followers. Don't tell anyone because it's top secret. I'm like, man, that's so fucking bullshit. No, who the fuck's doing that? And then I heard like, oh yeah, Vicious, Fleo, and Jeff are going to be picking it. I'm like, really? That feels kind of biased, but whatever. Because just like one crew perspective, I don't know. Right. Plus, wait, shouldn't they be on the team or something? Like, I don't know. Like, so I don't know. At some point, I was just thinking, okay, whatever. That's a stupid goal. And then, yeah, as I was saying earlier, shifting back to process focus. Like, I just want to enjoy the dance again. Just like when I was in Toronto. And if I am able to experience success out of that, like winning a jam, I don't know, making a show or something, or figuring out, like, I don't know. If I'm able to get success out of it, great. Yeah. But I don't want to have to slave over it, because end of the day, like, yeah, I don't know. I just think capitalism has made us all too focused on trying to outdo each other.
Yeah.
When it's not about that. I mean, it could be about that if you want, but I don't know. I guess I'm tired of running that race.
Yeah.
And so now it's just about, like, what kind of weird shit can I do? Like, how do I push myself? So recently I started going to a flip gym. Like this dude's private flip gym. He like turned his loft into a place you can bounce around. I was like, holy shit.
Amazing. This sounds
yeah, it was amazing, because this was like at the peak of the pandemic and nothing was open. So it was like, holy shit. And it's right around the corner. So yeah, I've just been learning how to like backflip, back handspring, acrobatic stuff. Yeah, it was, these are things that I never thought I'd ever do in my life.
Did you have any like capacity, like were you able to do any of the stuff before, like the basics or just like cartwheels and shit? No.
Oh, cartwheels, obviously, yeah. The thing is, yeah, just leaving the ground and being in the air. The moment that happened, it was super scary. So I think air flares were the closest I ever got to that kind of level of inversion. So yeah, learning all that stuff was a process. But thankfully, the person there was like a super dope coach.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
It's cool, man. I think we're at a great moments. We're at great moments in our lives where we can try different things, and just like, I'm curious to find out more about like the limits and the capabilities of my body, rather than how many rounds can I go against like this guy and this guy, and can I win a battle? Like, I just want to know, like, I used to go to this trampoline spot. It's called ISO. I'm sure you've seen this. Like, there's one, I think there's one in Montreal, one in Laval, one in Brassard. If you ever want to go trampoline, it's not too expensive and it's super cool. It's like an indoor trampoline spot. And I went there a couple times with Dubai from our crew, and one of my friends, who does like martial arts. And I remember having this reflection where I'm like, shit, this is just like me exploring movement in a different way, you know, like you're in the air, you're making these figures, or you're moving your body like through the air rather than on the floor. And I have like this euphoria level that kind of matches like breaking. So I don't know, I think in the end we all love this dance, but I think and I'm sure you're kind of like in the same spot where you're like, you just love movement, you know, like I just want to fucking move, man, move and try things and roll around, roll around, do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you ever knew, I took a lot of contemporary dance workshops.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like since you got here?
Oh, not just here, but even in Toronto.
Interesting.
Yeah, I did some stuff in Austria once.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yo, you're such a low-key dude. It's great. You don't brag about any of this stuff. It's all in your honor, man.
It doesn't feel worth bragging about.
No, but it's cool, man, because like you unfolded all of these things for us tonight. That, I mean, it all kind of like, I mean, you told us your story or bits and pieces of your story, and everything you said kind of like just adds perfectly to your breaking persona or just your character in general. So I feel like I've learned a lot about you just in that last hour. We usually kind of like wrap things up by asking our guests, which are typically Montrealers, what's the Montreal style? But given that you're a Montrealer, a Torontonians and a Kingstonians and a Ottawa-tonians. So I want to ask you, what's the Montreal style compared to all of the cities you've been in Ontario?
Oh, just compared to Ontario?
Or
Montreal, I guess, to the Canadian scene, or how does it differ in general?
Well, yeah, because you've seen a fair share of Canada. So where does Montreal place in Canada? Like what's the Montreal style versus the Canadian style? If it's such a thing.
Man, I'm actually terrible at this question.
Well, you did good for the rest of the show, so you're allowed to not.
I'm gonna say they're freestyle. That's kind of like the cop-out answer. You guys don't do much. I don't think many of you guys do sets, like you have your combos or whatever, but I mean, it's just hard to say. Like, if I think about all the top breakers in Montreal that come to mind, you're all different.
Yeah.
There's no like,
right.
thread. So that's why it's just and kind of impossible to place it. Whereas in Toronto, threading and complexity is just so influential there that's that imprint. Whereas here, I'm not sure what it is yet. I feel like it's more subtle, if there is anything, but I don't know. I don't know what it is yet.
Okay,
it's a good answer.
It is a pretty good answer.
I mean, and compared to other scenes, to be honest, a lot of other scenes are maybe like less developed. If I just compare it to like Eastern Canada, I mean, there just aren't that many b-boys there, so they're kind of, I think they're still looking for what their style is. But I think mid Canada is like just kind of dynamic, really dynamic. I don't know. So that kind of comes to mind when I think of the mid. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if I think the same thing still applies though, because originality is such a big, maybe originality is the thing.
Yeah, because
there is no unique kind of defining thread for all the scenes or whatever. Maybe that is the thread, is that we're all different.
We'll take that.
I don't know.
All right, man. Yo, thanks so much for your time. We're gonna shoot some rapid fire questions for you before you leave. Oh shit, what is this? But
I didn't study.
Yo, the funny thing is, a bunch of dudes, like some people who watch the show, I guess listen to the show religiously, like know the questions, but every time we ask them, they're like, oh, oof, I didn't know you're gonna ask me that. It's like, yo, it's the same questions. All the
nothing shit for 60 episodes.
So that's how they don't listen all the way.
Exactly, till the end. Yeah, we gotta cut it short. I'm just playing. But all right, we're gonna ask some questions. You can answer them short, or you can elaborate if you like. First question, pretty easy. Favorite MC or hip hop group?
Oh, what the fuck?
Rap music.
There's one group or MC that comes to mind.
Wait.
That's right.
Do you listen to music?
Oh, this is so embarrassing. Because I'm all about musicality. I don't know. I just know the songs in my body. I don't know the names of anything.
Good answer.
Okay.
Good answer.
We can take that. Okay, maybe this is a bit easier. Current artist that you like listening to, doesn't really have to be hip hop, can be any freaking.
Oh fuck.
Babe Ruth, the Mexican. God. All right.
No. What am I listening to? I listen to so many different things that it just confuses me even. Yeah, that's my problem. I don't know.
You want to skip?
Yeah, I don't know. Like fuck Drake. I don't know.
Okay.
Yo, Justin Bieber.
Okay.
What's that wet ass pussy one?
Cardi B.
Oh yeah, Doja Cat. Oh yeah, Doja Cat too. Juicy.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Surprising.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Nice.
All right. Matchup you would like to see, or somebody you would like to battle?
Ooh, matchup.
Or someone you'd like to battle.
Oh fuck! I don't know. I don't even care anymore. I guess. Wait, matchup? Oh, there must be a matchup I want to see.
Yo, through all the videos you recorded with Bboy North, you must have a matchup in your mind.
Dude, I've seen them all.
That's the thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing I can think of right now, actually.
Okay, we got to get you to answer one
You're
question.
terrible at this game, man.
If you, I don't know if you're following the scene somewhat lately, but you have an underdog in mind.
An underdog in mind?
Yeah, in the scene, whether Toronto, whether Montreal.
Yo, I'm failing this quiz.
Yes, you are.
-5 right now, bro.
Yeah. Yo, underdog?
Anybody you saw that was on the come up, and or maybe he's not getting their due props. I don't know.
Nah, I don't know. I can't
I'll
think of any.
say General Gao.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, if you can't answer this,
you can take this out of the podcast, maybe.
no, we're keeping this. If you can't answer this, though, I might have to take it all out. I'm just playing. Favorite jam of all time? Do you have a favorite jam?
Oh my god. These are all the questions I suck at answering. Okay. All right, let me think. Favorite jam.
360 flavor anniversary.
Yo, to be honest, actually, one of the most hype moments of my life was actually at a 360 flavor anniversary jam.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Hannibal
We'll
came
take that
through.
as an answer.
You guys should check out the footage. It's like the tribe versus do you know that B-Boy Knuckles? He's like a big guy from the army.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Rep Styles.
Uh-huh.
Rep Styles versus the tribe.
Interesting.
There was 3 tiebreakers.
Damn.
It was so hype. The whole room went bananas.
Nice.
Love that
Shit.
jam.
I
Oh fuck!
remember
I
that.
love this other jam too.
Let's go.
Okay, now the memories are flooding back in.
Let's go. Okay.
Oh, you want me to keep going?
Yeah,
Go
sure.
for it.
You got to
Okay, yeah.
compensate for all the other.
Since I couldn't, yeah, since I couldn't answer anything else. I had this friend's jam in Chicago. Oh fuck! What was it called? Catch Wreck.
Catch Wreck. Okay.
I was having so much fun that I was too tired to even do the pre-selection, which was a Cypher pre-selection. I mean, I got tricked because I thought we were ciphering already and I thought it was already happening.
Right.
So I was going so hard because I was just having fun too.
Yeah.
And by the time they were like, okay, everyone get ready for the Cypher pre-selection, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? All right, let's go, baby.
You did the pre-selection. Fuck.
Yo, pretty much.
Nice.
Anyways, that was just a fun time.
All right.
That was also the jam. I like hurt myself on a foam roller.
Oh.
I cut my foot on it.
What?
How can you cut your foot on a foam roller? How do you use a foot? Anyway.
It was standing up. And for some reason I was practicing Valdez.
Okay.
Like in my friend's living room. I don't know why I was doing that.
Yeah.
So I Valdez and I land straight on the foam roller. So the plastic edge of it hits my foot and I cut my foot open.
Damn.
Yeah, that's stupid. But now everyone jokes about me cutting my foot open on a foam roller.
Oh,
shit. There's another B-boy nickname for you, B-boy foam roller. Is there a jam you enjoyed in Montreal? One that comes to mind.
Ooh, Montreal.
We can skip this.
Just trying to think. Enjoyed. For some reason, nothing's really standing out right now. I feel like one of your jams was actually really good.
Okay, good answer. Okay.
But I don't really remember which one it was.
All right.
But to be honest, the first jam that I ever did in Montreal was actually the one that kind of stands out the most for me. It was at the sweatshop.
Oh. I can't remember which one that was.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it was the first time I had seen that many breakers in one room.
Shit.
I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. This happens? This is real? Yeah. And then my first battle was against Promo and Fleo.
Oh, that's a nice introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss Sweatshop. Great spot. I do, man. You mentioned in terms of inspiration, Atsuki. But could you list some international inspirations as well as local?
Yeah, definitely Tafaya. Yeah, Burns and Ills. even that kid who battled with them, it was just that battle like of Supernats versus GI that's like all grainy and shit from way back in the day. That battle was super inspirational. Anton, who else? Yeah, I mean, every guy in Toronto.
I feel like you're a guy who likes Lions of Zion. I don't know why I feel that.
I like them. I wouldn't say I'm inspired by them.
Okay.
Although I was actually inspired by a donkey workshop.
Okay.
Yeah, he gave me a lot of good ideas there, actually. So shout outs to Donkey. Even though I think your style is like dope, it doesn't, I don't know.
Doesn't work for you?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, yeah, I don't know. I guess I was inspired by a lot by him. I don't know. That was just a while ago. So yeah.
All right. Favorite kicks for breaking?
Ooh, I go in seasons. Right now I'm actually in an Adidas season.
Okay.
So I was actually gonna ask you guys, where's the best place to get cheap Adidas?
Yeah, because this guy can't.
What's your size?
Size 9.
Oh, there we go. Well, you got a few, no? That could be 9s, no?
Not anymore.
Okay.
But your foot changes sizes over the years, like.
It's a silly story, but I used to think I was a size 9 because size 9s were samples, and I could get sample size 9s for like fucking cheap. But in reality, I'm like a size 10, 10 and a half. So I crammed my toes into smaller sneakers just to save money when I was a kid.
Damn.
When I was younger, let's say. But I'm getting rid of a lot of shoes. But I don't think I have 9s anymore. But there's an off the hook warehouse sale going on today and tomorrow. It's on Chabanel if you're interested. 80% off.
All right, hit me up with deets. Yeah, I'll PM you later.
All right,
let's go. Yo, did you have was there a b-boy that you were like kind of like intimidated to battle in your first years?
Leo and Promo.
There we go. That's a very good answer.
Yo, everyone intimidated me.
Everyone?
Yeah, pretty much.
Power move you wish you would have had or can get later because you ain't done.
Backflip to jackhammer.
Just fucking break your wrist, bro. straight from the backflip to the jackhammer. No,
someone
no.
does
isn't that what Tata does?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh man, it's true. But that guy's not normal.
Yeah, I know. He's a superhuman.
I feel like this is going to be an impossible question for you to answer. West Coast. This is very general. West Coast or East Coast? Just a general. Doesn't even have to be breaking related.
Ooh. I love both coasts so much, though.
It's so genuine.
Because it's true.
I was thinking Philly's in the East, so you was gonna say East Coast.
Oh no, I was thinking like in Halifax or something.
Yes.
They're just both so beautiful.
All right, you love both coasts. Well, that's what is it? Is that like the slogan of Bboy North, from coast to coast or something?
Oh yeah, it's true.
There we go. Next question. Tupac or Biggie? I love both.
I'm gonna say Tupac.
Okay.
I was playing so much Tupac, especially his Outlaws album.
Yes.
So
all right.
Gangsta. I didn't even know who Biggie was, to be honest.
Shit, I didn't even know that was possible. Like, one but not the other.
Yeah, actually, legit. I actually don't think I ever knew who Biggie was back then. I didn't know about the Tupac Biggie rivalry.
All right, Tupac wins this one. Ken Swift or Maurizio?
Oh, fuck. Ken Swift.
Word. Premier or RZA?
Premier. Oh, fuck. RZA? Premier. Primza.
Priza.
Mm.
All right, last question, bro. We've been doing this for 60 some episodes, but would there be anyone you would recommend for us to have on this podcast? And we're not going to just do Montreal, we can also expand, but anybody that comes to mind that we could talk to.
Oh. Have you talked to J-Bugs yet?
No, but that's definitely something to do.
Phil Wizard?
No, but yeah, all good suggestions.
Tafaya?
Another good suggestion. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, we'll take those 3.
Andy.
Oh, Andel?
No.
I thought you meant Andy, like Andy B. Bad.
Actually, he probably would say no, but Andy from Saskatoon.
Well, I don't know who's that. I'm not sure who that is.
Okay, yeah.
But we're gonna interview anyone and everyone. You know?
Well, we're slowly starting to kind of like open the horizons to the rest of Canada.
Yeah.
So we'll surely take your suggestions.
Yeah.
General Gao, A+.
Yo, you gotta A+. No Love. I think No Love's really good at talking shit, so that might just be funny.
Cool.
Anyways, yeah, I'll shut up.
Well, not bad.
But yo, man, thank you for your time. Thank you for opening up about your FOMO. It was great. It was great to also exchange with someone who has FOMO and anxiety. So, yo, man, I hope we bump into each other at some point, sometime.
Yeah, man, at
One
that
day.
fucking warehouse sale or whatever.
There you go. He'll be waiting, bro. You spoke to him about it. You have to be there now.
Yo, thanks, man. It was super fun.
Yeah, likewise. We should do this
Yes, sir.
again.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good.